We are in the building. Let's see. Stream elements. Let's go over to stream elements. I want my chat to restart. My chat's not working. My stream elements chat's not working on my YouTube page. By the way, if you notice, the background of my studio is jacked up right now. That is because I am painting it. We are painting the studio. Incoming fresh paint. Incoming fresh paint. I think I just want to... Let me see. Let me post the playback chat thing. Oh, yeah, the chat's working. We're good, bro. We're good. Chat's working on YouTube. Playback.tv/run it back Philly. Live watch along. What's up to the people in the YouTube, man? What's going on with you? I really like this Stream Elements chat that I got going on the YouTube page, man. I think it looks clean. I think it looks super clean. Yeah. We got 14. 14 in the playback, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Drop something in the chat, man. Let me know what you're doing, where you're watching from, man. We got 10 over on the YouTube side, man. Listen, ain't shit to do tonight. I figured I would pop up here, watch some NBA games, and talk to you guys. And I think I'm going to start doing this regularly, man. Again, I'm building a watch-along studio. Basically, we're doing 2 chairs, 2 mics, like a traditional podcast setup. But I'm basically putting a 70-inch TV on a stand right in front of the setup, so we can just sit in chairs, watch games, and go live. So it's going to be awesome. Brent hold on. Let me try that again. Brent D'Arcangelo. That's a tough one, bro. Sound like a famous painter. DJ, what do you think we do with Tobias at the deadline? Is there rumors out here? I mean, is there rumors that we're trading him? Like, there's rumors that we're trading him every year, right? There's rumors that we're trading him every single trade deadline. So who knows? Of course, you know my preference. My preference is to trade Tobias Harris for an athletic rebounding defender. Although there is an athletic rebounding defender on the team currently. His name is Paul Reed. He does not get any playing time. Joey K, what up? Nick Anderson, thanks for being a member, man. And thanks for coming through. We are watching the Atlanta Hawks versus Dallas Mavericks on ESPN. And I'm going to put a scoreboard up here so the people can see it. Scoreboard. Oh, we better get that off the YouTubes, bro. Before we get ourselves taken down. We better get that off of YouTube before we get ourselves taken down, man. We want the live score. Damn. Now it disappeared right when I almost had it. It's pretty solid live scoreboard, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a pretty solid live scoreboard. I'm pretty much a tech genius. There we go. Alex, what's up, man? Hopefully this year we do trade him. I kind of gave up on the Tobias Harris trade thing, man. I mean, I know it gets easier to trade him as his contract goes on, right? And like when you get towards the end of the contract, it's easier to trade. What's he got? 1 year left after this season, so it would definitely be easier to trade him at this trade deadline. But I don't know, man. I mean, of course, one of Daryl Morey's goals should always be to open up some cap space, because if the Sixers don't work out this playoffs, you're gonna have to think about making some moves, right? So I mean, if I'm Daryl, I'm trading him. John Collins for 3. You guys told me he couldn't shoot. Now I moved my damn thing again, man. All right, this is the last time I'm adjusting the scoreboard on YouTube. Last time. Hey, if you're over on the YouTube, man, hit the like button. Push this out. Maybe get a couple more people in here, man. Maybe get a couple more people hanging out with us. Dan, what up? Thanks for coming through to playback, man. Carlos Rosado, my dude. What's going on, man? How you like the way the rotation's been lately? Looks like everyone is fitting in their roles nicely. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey had a great game off the bench last night, man. 22 points off the bench. And I thought, he was rolling to start the fourth quarter, which basically saved us in that game, because the beginning of the third we were getting smoked with Kawhi Leonard on PJ Tucker and all that, you know what I mean? And then Maxey kind of saved us, man. End of the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, Tyrese Maxey kind of saved us. So I liked what Tyrese Maxey did off the bench. I liked it. And I also liked that, James Harden came in. And James didn't what a pass by Luka, man. James didn't try to steal the shine or hog the ball or anything like that. People still call him a ball hog. They still say he dribbles the air out of the ball, all those kinds of things. I don't believe that. Is that Bogdanovich? Well, he was injured last year, right? Torn ACL or something like that. Bogdanovich. Yeah, so I like the fact that Harden came in and still, fed the ball to Maxey. And here's Doncic, fadeaway jumper. Nasty, bro. Luka got game, man. There's Trae Young knifing through the defense behind the back to Clint Capella, and it's a turnover. Goofy pass by Trae Young. Luka, fadeaway 3. Oh, my God, he's on fire. Bro, Luka's cooking. Luka's cooking right now, man. Luka is cooking. He throws a dime. He hits a step back mid-range. And then he hits a fadeaway 3 from the corner. See? Man, he's cooking. What else we got over here, man? Yeah, but the rotations looked good. The last game that we played, against the Clippers. And I honestly think the Clippers folded. I think the Clippers folded bad. I think the Clippers folded bad. I think they should have attacked the rim more when we had that Montrezl Harrell, George Niang lineup in there. I don't think they attacked the rim enough, and they missed a bunch of wide open shots. But yeah, I liked what our rotations looked like. I liked what Maxey did off the bench. I liked all of it against the Clippers. We'll see if Doc keeps it up, man. We'll see if he keeps it up. And, me and my mom were talking about this earlier today. My mom came over and we were talking about this, and, she basically said, like, maybe Doc, for the first time in his career, is listening to his coaching staff. And that might be true. That might be true. Maybe Doc, for the first time in his career, is listening to his coaching staff. You know what I mean? Maybe he is, man. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Kopik, what up? Maybe Doc's like, yeah, listen, I'm 20 some years in the league. If Sam Cassell or whoever, looks at me and says, hey, you got to switch it up. This ain't working. Or Daryl. I'm guessing Sam wouldn't say that to him. I think Sam would give him some ideas or whatever. Hey, Doc, I think we should go with this matchup. At the end of the third quarter, I think we should let Maxey run with this lineup to start the fourth. There might be guys suggesting things, and maybe Doc's listening a little bit more to other members of his coaching staff more than he has in the past. That might be what's happening with the Sixers right now. So we'll see. We'll see how it continues, what it looks like moving forward, man. What was your reaction to the Kawhi shot in 2019? I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was unbelievable. I thought it was, just perfectly in line with the black cloud that's over this city. Perfectly in line with the black cloud that's over this that was over this city. The first Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history. The first Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history. There's never been a Game 7 buzzer beater. Not Michael Jordan, not Kobe Bryant. There's never been a Game 7 buzzer beater until the Raptors over the Sixers in 2019. That's crazy. Luka, nice behind the back pass. Why Dinwiddie pass that up? And Christian Wood misses the three. Dinwiddie was wide open and he passed it. That don't make no damn sense. He passed it to him again. Christian Wood fouled by Bogdanovich and won. I like that about Harden. He knew his shot wasn't falling and the boys were rolling, so he decided to focus on them instead of him. Exactly. And people are still talking to me about how he only had 6 points in that game. I liked everything. I liked everything Harden was doing in that game. I didn't even realize he only had 6 points. I didn't even realize he only had 6 points, man. My scoreboard keeps getting jacked up. I feel like ESPN keeps moving the scoreboard, man. Stop moving the scoreboard. Stop moving the scoreboard, man. Leave it there. What's up to everybody in the YouTube, man? What's up to everybody on Playback TV? We're watching this game live over on Playback TV. If you want to join us, playback.tv/runitbackphilly. Luka, another step back three. You missed that one. Jokic, what's up, man? What's up in the chat? The Hawks suck? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They were supposed to be good. That's the funny thing. They were supposed to be good. Oh my God, they signed DeJounte Murray. They're supposed to be good. All right, this is the last time I'm trying. This is the last time I'm trying my scoreboard, dude. It's the last time. This is the last time I'm trying to scoreboard. I don't know what keeps happening. I like to clip it right off of. I like to clip it right off the TV, but if it's not going to stay there, then I'm going to give up. Josh Taylor, what's up, man? How have you been? Wishing you the best from OZ. Where's that? Is that OZ? Oz? Like the Wizard of Oz? I'm just kidding. What is that? New Zealand? Murray, floater in the lane, got it. I still think the dynamic of DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, doesn't make much sense. It's kind of like redundant, like Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? OZ, Australia. Why is it called OZ? Is that a part of Australia we're talking about? $16 in the playback. Hey, let's get to 20. Let's get to 20 in the playback, man. Drop me 20 big ones in the playback. Playback.tv/runnitbackphilly. Chris Talisma, what's up, man? Doc lied about how Tyrese told him he wanted to come off the bench. Yeah, I thought I saw an interview where Maxey was confirming that. But I don't think that, I think that interview didn't happen. I think I was dreaming or something. What do you mean you connected from another tab? No, I didn't. 17 in the playback. Yeah, I thought I saw an interview where Maxey was talking about that, but I guess he wasn't talking about, texting Doc and telling him he wants to come off the bench. Doc said that. Doc basically said, for those that don't know, Doc Rivers said that Tyrese Maxey texted him and told him he thinks he should come off the bench. And Doc said, you're still getting 30-plus minutes, even though he only played 25 minutes last night. You think Doc lied? What do you guys think, bro? You guys think that was a lie or not? Kopik says, hell no. I think with Philly Sports Fanatic, what up, man? Thanks for coming in to playback. NZ says, where's Bob? Bob's here. You hear him meowing? I even fed him before I came up here so he would shut the fuck up. And he still came up here meowing, man. Nothing I can do about it. We're 4 games back. Oh, okay. Jokic fraud MVPs. See, there's a Jokic fraud MVP's name, and then there's somebody else that comes in here that's named Jokic MVP back-to-back or something like that. Anyway, do you think we got a shot at snagging the number 1 seed by the end of the season? Nah. I do not think that, and I don't think that because of the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are rolling, and if you look at the Sixers' remaining schedule, the Sixers have the toughest schedule remaining in the NBA. Somebody tweeted it out. And it had all of the teams they play. Here we go. Somebody tweeted it, and I know I saved it. Man. Where is it? I know I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it, man. Maybe I didn't save it. Who hit that one? Oh, yeah, here we go. Jacob Moreno. I think he runs a Sixer Country on Instagram. Shout out to Jacob Moreno and shout out to Sixer Country on Instagram. If you don't follow that page, you should. Oh, the stage is closed. My bad. I'm over here talking and they can't hear me on... My bad. The stage was closed. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so here's the Sixers' remaining schedule. Okay, they play the Boston Celtics 3 times. They play the Denver Nuggets twice. They play the Memphis Grizzlies, the Houston Rockets, the Charlotte Hornets, the San Antonio Spurs. They play the Milwaukee Bucks twice. They play the Brooklyn Nets 3 times. They play the Cleveland Cavaliers twice. They play the Toronto Raptors once. They play the Orlando Magic twice and the Washington Wizards once. So 5, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 of our final games of the season are against top of the NBA teams. That ain't easy at all. We're going to see how they do, man. If they lose to, all those teams and just beat the Orlando Magic, the Charlotte Hornets, the Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, I'd probably be disappointed. And you know what the fanboys always say? Man. They always say, we're the 3rd seed and you're out here talking negative. We're the back-to-back 50. They said it under Brett Brown, man. Back-to-back 50-win seasons and you're out here being negative. I said, bro, this team ain't going nowhere with Ben Simmons trying to play point guard. Back-to-back 50-win seasons and you're being negative. So this Sixers team right now, back-to-back 50, a 60-win season, whatever you want to say. They got some deficiencies that they got to deal with if they want to compete with the top teams in the East. In the end, all we need is to be healthy during the postseason. Yeah, well, I mean, that's one thing we definitely need. I thought this was a badass movie until I saw Jennifer Lopez. Is this real? There's no way that's a real movie. Shotgun Wedding? Only on Prime Video? That looks like trash. Who would watch that? She is in there. Did you see that? Did you see that preview we just saw? Amy Schumer and Jennifer Lopez? What is happening? Chris Madsen, Fly Eagles Fly. Let's go, man. Let's go. The Boston, what am I? I'm looking at the Boston Celtics on my phone and I'm trying to talk about the NFL. You thought it was a different, terrible, heavy white actress. No, that was Amy Schumer, bro. She's not an actress. I guess she technically is an actress. I think she's just considered a comedian. But an unfunny one. Are you streaming the Eagles game on Saturday? I will not be streaming the Eagles game on Saturday. Unfortunately, I am DJing a party in Hershey, Pennsylvania that starts at 10 o'clock. But realistically, if they think I'm starting when the Eagles are in a playoff game against New York Giants, they're out of their damn minds. So we'll be starting the party when the game is over. Hope everybody knows that. Hope everybody knows that. Teacher got game. DJ, have you seen Brode's latest video about the Sixers? He made really good points, even about Doc. Listen, I'm cool with Brodes, but let me take a guess. Because I'm just going to guess that he did the same thing that he did with Brett Brown the whole time. Doc Rivers deserves credit. Everybody that wants him fired is crazy. The coach has nothing to do with players playing. The coach has nothing to do with how the players play on the court or the effort that they give. And we shouldn't blame the coach. We should blame the players when they play bad. Was that right? Just a guess. Me and Brodes went back and forth a lot on Brett Brown. I mean, he was standing up here on YouTube trying to tell us that Brett Brown is a good NBA head coach for years. And look now, he's just getting Greg Popovich's coffee. We're the third seed and Glenn shouldn't be getting booze at home. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's absolutely wrong, man. You never, ever, ever question the real Philadelphia sports fan. You never question it. You never question the real Philadelphia sports fan. Answer me this. What other town would know enough about the game and what happens inside the game? What other sports fan base? What other basketball city, football town, baseball town, whatever, knows enough about the game and what is happening inside the game to boo the head coach when they are the third seed in the East? The reason Doc Rivers is getting booed by Philadelphia fans is because they don't give a shit that you're the third seed in the East. The same way I don't give a shit that you're the third seed in the East. Because beating up on the Orlando Magic and the Houston Rockets and the Atlanta Hawks and, we know you're a good team because you have talent. We know you can be the third seed. We know that already. That doesn't make... That's not what we're looking for here. The process lasted 8 years. We're looking for somebody to take this team over the hump. And the last 2 years was a failure. And the way Doc Rivers argues with the media and argued with us for a year about Ben Simmons and argued with us over the way he comes off in his press conferences and continues to be wrong in the end led to the Philadelphia fans hating Doc Rivers. So just because they squeaked into the third seed by narrowly beating the LA Lakers with half of the roster out and narrowly beating the Utah Jazz with half of the roster out, that's not going to stop the Philadelphia fan from booing Doc Rivers. That ship already sailed. I don't like that take, man. I don't ever like. I think Philadelphia fans boo when they really, really mean it. And there's usually a really good reason that they mean it. Philly fans don't just randomly boo people. That's what people outside of Philly think Philly fans do. They think they randomly boo people. Oh, here goes Philly fans again, booing their head coach. Nah, Philly fans boo people when they really, really mean it. Them being the third seed is not going to stop Philly fans from hating Doc Rivers. You know, and it's not random. They don't randomly hate Doc Rivers. They love the fact that we signed Doc Rivers when it first happened. And then we slowly realized that, oh my God, this was a terrible idea. We didn't randomly hate Ben Simmons. People that made it sound like we randomly hated Ben Simmons. We just pick a player to hate and run him out of town. We run all of our talent out of town. Philly runs all their talent out of town. No, there's usually a reason. We were right about Ben Simmons. We're right about Doc Rivers. We were right about Nelson Aguilar. Who else did we boo? We were right about Jalen Reagor. Ugh. Philly fans know sports. If they're booing somebody, it's for a reason. Yeah. There's no better way to sound like you don't know Philly fans by saying they shouldn't be booing somebody. And I love when an athlete comes from another city to this town and makes a comment on Philly fans booing people. You know, I love when an athlete comes from out of town and makes a comment on Philly fans booing people, like that bum Nick Castellanos. You know, or Danny Green. Remember when fraud Danny Green said we should be nicer to Ben Simmons? We should be nice. What is this, third grade gym class? Get out of here. We should be nicer to Ben Simmons. And then we started booing Danny Green every time he got introduced. Don't speak out about Philly fans. They will boo you for the rest of your career. That's loser mentality. We want to see results out here, bro. We saw the 50-win seasons, number 1 seed, number 2 seed, number 3 seed under Brett Brown. That don't matter. Stop telling me we're the 3 seed. People on Twitter keep typing paragraphs. Oh, we're the 3 seed, and the discourse and the negativity from the fan base. We've been a damn 3 seed or higher for 5 years. We want to see a final result. You can't just be the 3 seed every year and the fans are going to be happy with it. No, eventually you got to get over the hump. So we don't give a damn that you're the 3 seed. There, take that. Fucking fanboys. Thanks for that question, man. I just went on like a 10-minute rant. That's ridiculous. Chris Talisma, I'd never forget Doc asking, would you ask Popovich that question? Man's ego is bonkers. He got to go. Lack of offensive creativity. He hasn't taken us farther than Brett Brown. We're going to see this year. I think Clint Capella just posted somebody. We're going to see this year, man. We're going to see this year, man. OZ, exactly. Exactly. NZ for 3. He argued that the 2021 playoff failure was on Ben when Glenn had the power to bench him, yet he defended him. Yeah, I mean, you know. That same yeah, I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment on other YouTubers or podcasters or anything like that. I will say I disagree with his defense of Brett Brown. I disagree with his defense of Doc Rivers. And I guess, but you know what? He hated Doc Rivers. Like last year. Now we shouldn't boo Glenn? Come on, bro. Wait until Wait until they see what happens with the remaining schedule, man, because it's not easy. Remaining schedule is not easy. And again, man, to win with Glenn, you gotta have talent that can overcome mediocre coaching. And I think the Sixers have that. I think they have that. I think they might have that talent that can overcome mediocre coaching, man. I think they have that. I think Joel Embiid is a superstar. What am I doing with my camera here, man? I think Joel Embiid's a superstar, man. I think he is. I think James Harden's a perfect complementary point guard for him. I like Tyrese Maxey coming off the bench or starting. It doesn't really. Another thing about Maxey coming off the bench, man. It doesn't really matter. Like, he blew up at the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter with Maxey, Tobias Harris, couple of bench players, right? Montrez, Niang, I think Matisse was in there a little bit. Shake Milton was in there at times, but Maxey went on that run in that third quarter into the fourth when he was running a lineup without Joel Embiid and James Harden. He doesn't have to come off the bench for that to be the end of the third into the fourth lineup. He could be starting and still have that run and still have 22 points in the game. All that not starting does is leaves Maxey out for like the first 7 minutes of the game. That's all it does. It might help Doc Rivers stagger the lineups. I guess he needs help staggering lineups, so maybe Maxey coming off the bench helps him stagger the lineups. But yeah, I mean, that's how I see that. Like, we've seen Maxey cook and be staggered correctly. I don't think he has to come off the bench for that to happen. Brock? Are we talking about Brock? Yeah, Brock, man, he was the biggest Ben Simmons fanboy on the planet, bro. It was getting embarrassing. It was getting embarrassing, man. I remember we were cool, and then I just started kind of making comments about his tweets and his love for Ben Simmons, and he didn't like it. He couldn't handle it. I wasn't coming at him personally. I was not coming at him personally at all. I was keeping it sports. But he couldn't handle that I was telling him that his Ben Simmons takes were outrageous. And then he came at me on a personal level and basically said some weird things to me, and I was like, "Bro, why are you so mad?" And then, well, because that one was public, man, because, he came at me hard on Twitter. He came at me hard on Twitter because I wanted him to come on the show again and have a Ben Simmons debate, and I told him to bring his Ben Simmons Superman cape. And he was like, "Wow, grown-ass man making jokes, blah, blah, blah." He got so mad, and I was like, "Bro, why are you so mad?" And then he brought up the fact that I made fun of his tight t-shirts. And I was just roasting his tight t-shirts because I thought we were friends, man. That's what I do. I make fun of my friends, bro. What kind of grown man can't take jokes from people that I thought we were friends at the time? That was, Mavericks collapsing. Yeah, one of my final straws there was, Ben Simmons was doing nothing all season. Are we talking about Melly? Because he can barely wear a shirt. Yeah, but that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love Greg Melly, man. Because you can make fun of him. And he laughs. And he takes it. And he thinks it's funny. And he comes back at you. Like, you guys have heard me romp and Greg Melly together. These two guys shred each other. But they love each other, man. It's just sports, dude. It's just sports, man. Dallas 104-101. Jalen Johnson. Yeah, I got to try to get Romp and Greg Melly together again, man. I got to try to get Romp and Greg Melly together on some streams again. Those are always fun. Feels like Melly hasn't been here in months. He hasn't been. Greg Melly retired from YouTube, basically. He is a stand-up comedian in New York City. Young Reezy, what up? Only teams that can beat us fully healthy are the Celtics. Fully healthy? Only teams that can beat us fully healthy are the Celtics. We can beat the Nuggets. Nuggets have a damn good roster, man. Fully healthy and you know, coached like we were against the Clippers last night. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But, you know, we have to beat the Celtics. Right? You know, they've made it to the NBA Finals now. We haven't. These rebuilds started right around the same time. They've made it to the NBA Finals. We haven't. I want to beat the Celtics, man. I want to beat the Celtics. Wow, what a shot by Dinwiddie. 107-106. 8 minutes left. What a shot by Dinwiddie, man. I want to beat the Celtics, man. We haven't played the Celtics many times this season, have we? What, once? I remember we played them at the beginning of the season, and Jaylen Brown. Yeah, opening night. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum combined for 70, right? Or 78 or something crazy. Celtics had no injuries the whole season aside from Rob. ER, we were right about booing Carson Wentz. You're right, man. Philly fans are right. Philly fans are right. Don't ever question Philly fans. We know what we're talking about. We don't like underachievement. We don't like, cockiness. The way Doc Rivers comes off is just a turnoff, man. City doesn't like him. Luka shoots a mid-range jumper on the baseline, yells at the referee, and then gets a foul. I hate when I see that, you know? Don't you guys hate when you see that? You see a player, official calls a foul after the player screams at him? Yeah. Hey, foul. Okay, fine. He blew the whistle after Luka looked at him, man. What a fraud. That's fraudulent behavior. That's fraudulent behavior, man. Yeah, he touched his elbow. I mean, it is a foul. It's just funny the ref didn't call it until Luka screamed at him. Trush, you better believe that Embiid is going to bully the out of Jokic this month. Stole the MVP twice and has amazing chemistry with Harden now. I like it. I like it. I like the positivity, and I hope he does, man. I hope he does bully Jokic. You know Embiid has a chip on his shoulder, and he'll try to act like he doesn't. You know what I mean? He'll try to act like he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. He'll try to act like, they'll ask him before the game, do you feel any type of way about him winning MVP twice and you runner up both times? And he'll say stuff like, I'm just here to win the game. I'm just here to try to win. But you know the drill. You know the drill, man. You know the drill. You know he has a little chip on his shoulder. You know he wants to dunk on Nikola Jokic. You know he wants to. We don't have enough quality wing depth to guard Brown and Tatum simultaneously. Well, game 1 of the season, our best wing defender, our best perimeter defender, had 0 minutes, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown went off for 78 points. You know what I mean? It's things like that with Doc Rivers. That's too easy. That's too easy to predict. That's too easy to predict, man. How do you play Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and you don't put Matisse Thybulle on the floor and you just let these dudes cook you to shreds in the opening game of the season? Like how, man? How? Atlanta's up 5. Dallas did collapse, man. Frauds? Come on, Luka. All that screaming at referees. You gotta show us some. Luka, turnaround fade off the glass. He missed it. Nice rebound by Murray. Free Luka. Yeah, man, they can't put a team around this dude, bro. They got Jalen Brunson for him, and he bounced. They couldn't even re-sign him. What's going on with this team? Dinwiddie's kind of a disappointment too, man. I thought he was nice in Brooklyn. I guess that was just because the Nets were bad for so long. I guess that's just because the Nets were bad for so long, and I thought, or you know what it was? Dinwiddie was cooking the Sixers off the bench every single time we played them, man. I think Dinwiddie was that player. The original Sixers bench killer. I feel like Dinwiddie went for 40 off the bench every time we played the Nets for like 2 straight years, man. Harmon, what was your opinion when Michael Carter Williams first got traded? Man, that was a long time ago, bro. What was that, like 2000? What was that, like 2011? No, he got drafted 2010. He was Rookie of the Year 2011. 2013 we traded him? Bruh, 10 years ago. I don't remember. I think I was more upset about Drew Holiday getting traded than Michael Carter Williams. That whole era was trash, man. Evan Turner, Evan Turner was trash. Number 2 overall pick in the 2010 draft. Wait, then Carter Williams was drafted 2011. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't remember. Too long ago. Too long ago, man. Celtics trying to acquire Jakob Poeltl to help with Embiid. Sixers got to be looking to counter. Jakob Poeltl to help with Embiid? I feel like Joel Embiid cooks Jakob Poeltl. I feel like Joel Embiid shreds Jakob Poeltl, man. I want the Hawks, Bucks, or Nets, then the Celtics for last. I pray every day Embiid make it through a whole playoff run. I actually went to church today to do it again. Shout out to you praying for Joel Embiid. Yeah. The only time we had a healthy Embiid, we still had a Ben Simmons issue, right? And I guess as much as I despise Doc Rivers' attitude and some of his decision making, at least he knows that you have to have a point guard on the floor to play basketball in the NBA. Brett Brown didn't think you needed a point guard on the floor. He just thought you could, dribble handoff to JJ Redick every play, and Jimmy Butler standing in the corner, and Ben Simmons standing in the dunker spot. Man, the whole Ben Simmons point guard thing really ruined Brett Brown's coaching career. It really did, man. The fear of benching Ben Simmons, the fear of not treating him like a superstar, really ruined Brett's coaching career. If he would have had the balls to stand up and say, "Hey, this dude ain't cutting it," but he also would have got fired right away because Brett had no power in the organization. He was just the yes man for Josh Harris and Scott O'Neal and all those dorks. Trae Young leans into Christian Wood, and Wood just smacked the ball to the other side of the court and stared at him. Brandon Lewis, what's up, man? What coach can come in here and get the most out of this roster? I don't think we need anybody from the outside, man. We just need somebody with, a little more creativity, a little bit more motivation, and I think somebody that's a little more in touch with the players. And that man is Sam Cassell. I think Sam Cassell, when you see him interact with young players, man, I just think he gets them. I think they really connect. I would give Sam Cassell a chance. If they fire Doc Rivers this offseason, I would give Sam Cassell a chance. There's a moving screen. Yep. Man, the Mavericks are trash. Ime Udoka, where's he going to end up? Embiid is a cheat code, but my point is even leading the league in wins, the Celtics are trying to add. Yeah, they never stop, man. Brad Stevens, Danny Ainge's understudy, and Danny Ainge might be the greatest NBA GM of all time, man, with how he rebuilt the Celtics and how he fleeced the Brooklyn Nets twice, how he fleeced the Sixers, and then how he went to Utah, traded 2 disgruntled superstars for 10 first-round draft picks, and the Utah Jazz are still a competitive team. Insane what Danny Ainge does with the assets, man. And Brad Stevens was his understudy. So I would expect the Celtics to be making moves for years and years and years and years and years. 119, 113. Let me get my scoreboard up here, man. 119, 113. The Mavs are frauds, man. Both of these teams are frauds. Why is this game on ESPN? This game sucks. Bogdanovich. Mid-range fadeaway. Hits it. Mavericks down 8 points with 4 minutes left when they were winning. When I tuned in, they were winning convincingly. Dinwiddie hits a 3. Trush, Doc's slowly gaining my respect. I wanted Maxey to come off the bench, and he did just that. Melton is a solid two-way player and works better with the starters than Maxey. Yeah, I mean, look, last night it looks like it made sense, and I liked what it looked like, and I think you're right. I see it both ways, but I definitely like the Anthony Melton in getting minutes with the starters because, yeah, like, let's be serious. Tyrese Maxey tries defensively, but he gets shredded on the perimeter, man. He just does. Another thing Maxi's really bad at is rotating defensively underneath the rim. A lot of times I see his man drive baseline and like Montrez or somebody else will switch over to help, and then he doesn't pick up the switch man's man. You know, he doesn't switch back. So Maxey has some things he can definitely work on defensively, but yeah, him coming off the bench and then, you give him a bench lineup of you give Maxey a bench lineup that has some defenders on it, it can work out. It's all about balancing, but don't put 5 of your worst defenders on the floor at the same time. Doc did that against the Lakers, man. He put Tyrese Maxey, Shake Milton, George Niang, Montrezl Harrell, and PJ Tucker all on the floor at the same time. Harden shooting 40% on catch and shoot. That's awesome. Is that good or bad? You talking about 40% from 3 or just catch and shoot in general? I mean, if we're talking jump shots, I still think that's a pretty good percentage. Chris, you're right about the Markelle Fultz thing. Nobody could saw that coming, but for some reason, if Danny Ainge told me he predicted the future, he knew that was going to happen, I would believe him. This team needs to change a few things before we can be a title contender. I agree, man. They need to you got to make something happen. Make something happen at the trade deadline. If something happens at the trade deadline, there's things the Sixers are not good at, and I'm afraid it's going to kill them in the playoffs. They are one of the worst rebounding teams in the NBA, one of the worst transition defense teams in the NBA, and one of the overall worst teams at defending the rim in the NBA. Yeah, they need to they need to make a change. They need to fix some things. I agree with that. Who's the rebounder, though? You know what I mean? Who is it? The only thing I can really think of is, and because the Atlanta Hawks showed interest already, is Tobias Harris for John Collins. It's the only thing I could think of. John Collins has basically openly been shopped by the Atlanta Hawks. And Tobias Harris has been openly shopped by the Sixers. And if you can get rid of that Tobias Harris contract, John Collins is making about $20 million a year versus what, 40? 39, I think Tobias is making his last year. Good Lord. So, get a couple throw-ins and waive some guys and you save $20 million. And John Collins is a better rebounder. He's a much better rim protector. And aside from this season he's not shooting good from 3, but he's almost a 40% career three-point shooter. Everybody's saying Collins can't shoot because of this season, but last year they were all telling me he's a stretch 4. I shoot better than John Collins for 3? Doubt it. There's not many other options when you try to trade Tobias Harris. Yeah, another pick and roll option, another pick and roll, Tyrese Maxey pick and roll with John Collins off the bench, something like that. Embiid has baptized Collins, but Collins has also baptized Embiid and put it on a t-shirt, so. It's a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. If it goes down to the wire, Luka's hitting it. Luka's hitting the game winner, Luka Magic. These two teams are both underwhelming, but if we get to see a buzzer beater, I'd be happy about it. Collins, fadeaway midi, off rim. Wow. DeJounte Murray hits a 3. 4-point game. You'd rather get Kyle Kuzma. I don't know about Kyle Kuzma, man. He's a big body, and he's a stretch forward, definitely. What's he like defensively, you know? I think Kuzma had some attitude issues when he was in LA and some. Murray again missed it. I think Curry had some, who are we talking about? Kuzma had some character issues when he was in LA. Mavs swing it all the way around. Here's Bullock drive. Guess who defended the rim? John Collins. Straight up and down. Blocks Reggie Bullock at the rim in a 4-point game with a minute left. Tobias Harris ain't doing that. Here's Trae Young drive. Floater. It looked like an alley-oop, but it just kind of went in. Jay Crowder would be nice. I mean, I don't know what he has left in the tank. I don't know why the Phoenix Suns have been trying to trade him for like the whole season. You know? Kuzma is Tobias Light? Does that mean Kyle Kuzma is not as good as Tobias Harris? Is that what you're saying? Tobias Light? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to watch more Kyle Kuzma this season to really see what I think about him. Mavs are going to lose this game. I think so too, man. Maybe Luka does something, brings him back here. We need a rebounder or a small forward so badly, but they have to be old so Doc will play them. That is true also. You got to get a very old one that Doc will play, like Rudy Gay. You know? Maybe oh man, maybe damn, what was his name, bro? Joe Johnson. Maybe Joe Johnson will come out of retirement. Doc would play him 40 minutes. Maybe Joe Johnson will come out of retirement, man. Here's Dinwiddie. Luka, 39 seconds on the clock. He's about 40 feet from the rim. He shoots a 3 and misses it. Oh, my goodness. Massive putback dunk. Who the hell was that? I don't even know who that is. Bishop, yeah. Oh, Finney Smith. Man, what a putback dunk that was. Bishop, yeah. If we traded for Udonis Haslem. If we traded for Udonis Haslem, Doc would play him 35 minutes off the bench. Tobias is a more consistent scorer. Okay, but we're looking at the Sixers' deficiencies. We don't really... Scoring is not our issue. I think we're third in the NBA in points per game. And that's with all the injuries we went through this season. Yeah, Paul Millsap on Giannis Antetokounmpo for 8 straight minutes, and he gave up 17 straight points. He actually did that. He put... What did he do just a couple games ago, man? That lost them a game. I think he put George Niang on, I don't know, a superstar that was cooking. Kuzma's more athletic. Is he a better rebounder? Jonathan Himes, what up, man? Thanks for being a member of the channel. As always, I appreciate it. Speed Demon, what's up? Now they got a foul, right? They're not fouling. Now they're fouling. Trey tries to get a shot off. What a dork. Earlier? Yeah. I would say so too. Jonathan, we should trade Doc. Wouldn't that be hilarious? All jokes aside, rebounding is our biggest issue. Rebounding is definitely our biggest issue. Paul Reed is, per 36, the 7th best rebounder in the entire NBA. And he's one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. The last game that he got significant minutes in, he had 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 offensive rebounds. It's crazy that Doc sees those numbers on a team that struggles to rebound and refuses to play him. And yeah, he defends the rim. A man deep. What's up? What is your opinion for trade for Joe Harris or Norman Powell? I think both can potentially be available during the trade deadline. I don't think that fixes any of our needs, man. You know, I don't think adding a guard who can shoot and can't play defense helps us out. I need to add wing depth to this team. I need to add defense and rebounding. I need to add defense and rebounding. You know, with the Anthony Melton, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, you know, I think we got enough guards to go around, man. I think we got enough guards to go around. Cam Reddish, no. 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 Cam Reddish was overrated ever since he was at Duke. Couldn't get any minutes in Atlanta. Can't get any minutes in New York. No. And Doc Rivers would never, ever, ever play Cam Reddish. No, I know why you said it, because I made that video saying we should never trade for Cam Reddish. $128 to $122. This game's over. All right, where are we going? What game are we watching the end of? Because this one's over. What's the Wizards Knicks at right now? That one's over. Cavs Grizzlies. 104-102 with 5 minutes left. Let's go Cavs Grizzlies. That one's over. Let me fix my scoreboard. I like this, man. I like doing this. I'm going to do this a lot more often. Wait. I like doing this. I think we're going to do NBA watch around stuff a lot more. It's fun. And I like, you know, for people to come in and chat and throw questions out there and stuff. Here is Ja Morant. So he went out earlier in the game, but he's back. Dylan Brooks. It's a nice role player, Dylan Brooks is, man. Donovan Mitchell did not play in this game with a sore groin. I've had a sore groin before. Here's Garland. What a dime to Mobley, who dunks on everybody. Let's put the Cavs up 1. Here's Ja all the way to the rim with the left hand and one. What a finish. If you're in the YouTube stream and you have NBA League Pass, you can join us over here on Playback TV. We're watching the games live. Playback.tv/runitbackphilly. And again, man, I really like doing this watch-along stuff. And I'm going to start bringing friends with me. So, you know, I'm putting 2 chairs in my studio and a big TV. And we're going to have a watch-along section of the studio. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mobley on Jackson tries to force it. No go. Ja Morant. What a player. What a player. Oh, tries to put up a floater and Mobley blocks it. Here is Desmond Bane speaking to him, and then he gets called for a travel? Did you see what Desmond Bane said about Jordan Clarkson? When Jordan Clarkson squared up on him, he said, I think he's 0 for 4 in NBA fights. He has 4 square-ups and no punches thrown. Bishop says, bring Josh Richardson back. Oh. Dude. Bro. Please tell me you're joking. Please. No, stop it, guys. Oh. Josh Richardson is awful. Let's look at what Josh Richardson's doing this season. I hope I'm wrong. I haven't watched anything. I haven't seen a single Josh Richardson clip or anything this season. Let's see what he's doing with the Spurs. Josh Richardson. Let's see. Josh Richardson in 2022 is shooting 44% from the field, 36% from 3, on 5 attempts per game. I mean, is he better than... He was bad when he was here, but I mean, it could be coaching and fit and all that stuff. You know, him trying to play with no floor spacing, you know, with Al Horford and Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. So getting down there in San Antonio with Greg Popovich, Josh Richardson looks better. Well, that makes sense that a coach like Greg Popovich could get more out of Josh Richardson than anyone else could. I feel you, Bishop. I feel you. I haven't even looked at Josh Richardson this season, so I just saw you say his name and I was like, oh my God, no. Off the bench, I mean, who's coming off the bench that you would rather have Josh Richardson? You know? Shake Milton? Yeah, I'd probably rather have Josh Richardson than Shake Milton off the bench. Because at least you got a hustler and a defender. Shake can't guard anybody. He's better than Korkmaz. Yeah, Korkmaz isn't getting any time, man. But yeah, you're right. He is better than Korkmaz. I'll give you that. Hey, everybody on YouTube, hit the like button, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for creating the conversation in the chat. I appreciate it, man. This is cool. I like to do stuff like this. He's better than Daniel House? Yes, he's way better than Daniel House. But also, Daniel House isn't getting any playing time anymore either. 111, 107, 2 minutes left. Wow, Okoro hits a big three. 111, 110. Speed Demon, I'm better than Daniel House. You might be. You might be. Here's Ja. In the lane floater. That was good defense by Okoro, too. Garland gets the loose ball. If Memphis loses to the Cleveland Cavaliers without Donovan Mitchell, what does that say, huh? What does that say? Mobley, a little bit of a push off. Nobody says anything. Finishes a floater in the lane. Little hook shot. 1 point lead for the Cavs. Dylan, are you at all worried about the Cavs if we meet them in the playoffs? They have a solid, well-rounded team. Ja misses a step back three. Cavs have the ball again. Cavs have the ball again. 1:23 left. 1 point game. Mobley again. Mobley's coming up huge in this fourth. Are you at all worried about the Cavs? The Cavs did run us out of the building that one game, right? And they were playing without Kevin Love, Jared Allen. I don't even know if Mobley was playing. But we got him back, didn't we? I don't remember. They have a solid team, but yeah, do they have an answer for Joel Embiid? No. If we play our game and everybody plays, the way we know they can play, I think we beat the Cavs in a 7-game series. What was that? That was just Ja forcing his way through a screen, and they called the foul on Allen. Bootzilla, sick of the Cavs, just go away already. Well, I mean, what? What? They're a good young team, bro. They're not going away anytime soon. Good young team that made a couple of big-time trades and got Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, and what a draft pick that was. Mobley. Still have Kevin Love. Vion Jefferson, still not confident in our backup center power forward positions. I'm not either. I'm not either. 1 point game. Garland, ISO, step back three. Rimmed it. Mobley, another offensive rebound. Damn, the Grizzlies are folding on the boards. Garland gets... Garland drives and gets his shot blocked into the 17th row by Jaren Jackson Jr. Wow. See? What a play. The Memphis Grizzlies, man, playing Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson Jr. next to each other, bro. Who's scoring in the paint? Who's scoring in the paint, man? I miss Andre Drummond, I can't lie. Yeah, I do too. The fact that Kevin Love's still in the NBA is crazy. He's actually only 33 years old. You know that? He just looks like he's 53 because he has gray hair. He's only 33, man. Yeah, he's only 33, dude. It's funny. I remember I Googled it like earlier this year and I was like, yo, what? Kevin Love is younger than me. Kevin Love is younger than me. That's funny, bro. Danny Green's in the game. Wait, really? Raisin, what up, man? You got League Pass? Come over to Playback TV and join us. Wait, Danny Green's not in the game, is he? No, you were saying he's on the bench? Yeah, Kevin Love looks at least 45, dude. At least 45. Here is Ja Morant. 1 point game. Oh, he rimmed it, but Steven Adams with the offensive rebound. Memphis goes up by 1 with 16 seconds left. Wow, here's Garland. They're not calling a timeout. Here's Garland. 10 seconds left in the game. They're down 1. Garland 1 gets blocked at the 3-point line. Game over. Wow. Dillon Brooks blocks Garland on a game-winning 3 attempt. That's big time, man. That's big time. Man, the Memphis Grizzlies have a lot of good young players, man. Man, the Grizzlies have a lot of good young players, man. Dillon Brooks, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. Man. That's a team that should be good for a long time. They're out here acting like they won an NBA championship. Call a timeout, you idiot. I wish J.R. Smith was still in the league, but he got blackballed. What did he get blackballed for? Because what he did in the NBA Finals when he kicked it back out or whatever, or what did he do? He got an offensive rebound and like held the ball and ran the clock out, and LeBron was calling for it. Raisin, you don't live in the U.S. Do you have NBA League Pass? Outside of Philly, I really like Memphis. Plus, our games against each other are always fun. Yeah, Memphis is a fun team to watch, man. He rolled his eyes, bro. He rolled his eyes. He said he tried to sidestep and rolled his eyes. That was savage. That was savage, man. Memphis can get 40 and 10 too. What does that mean? Oh, from Embiid? Yeah. You're right. They can. Well, Steven Adams has historically been able to guard Joel Embiid, but the last time he faced Steven Adams, I think he did put up 40 and 10. I think he put up 38 and 12 or something. Oh, J.R. Smith got urine tested out of the league. Is that true? That man was always high as hell. That man was always high as hell, man. All right. Is there any other League Pass games on here that are happening right now? Indiana, OKC. Charlotte, Houston. Does anybody care about that? Not really. Indiana, OKC. That one's final. OKC wins 126-106. Pacers are frauds. What happened to all that? Oh. Tyrese Halliburton has the Pacers playing like, oh my God, they're good. OKC are the most bipolar team I've ever seen. Yeah, that's because OKC's on the verge of being a very good team. You know what I mean? That's because they're on the verge of being a very good team. They are young, Very young, very inexperienced, but they got a lot of talent, man. Charlotte Hornets 120 to 116 over the Rockets. 13 seconds left in the fourth. There's another ESPN game at 10 o'clock. What is it? Wait, 10 o'clock. It's already 10 o'clock. What's the ESPN game right now? Nuggets and who? Nuggets and Blazers? No, that was yesterday. What's today? Wednesday? Kings Lakers. Kings Lakers at 10:30? Thought there was a I thought they said the Nuggets were on ESPN. I guess I'm wrong. What's today? Nuggets Timberwolves. They are on ESPN. I'm dumb. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just going to watch the end of this one, then I'm going to get up out of here. We got a Sixers game tomorrow. Tomorrow, who we got? Sixers, Blazers, another 10 o'clocker, man. Killing me. Killing me. That's it. Hornets beat the Rockets 122 to 170. Celtics, Warriors, what's that, right now? Oh, that's tomorrow night. Celtics, Warriors, 7:30. Those games are on at 3 a.m. in the UK. Dylan, thanks for tuning in from the UK, man. I appreciate you. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Jumping around NBA games. This is fun. I want to continue to do this. We're going to build this viewership up, man. I'm going to bring people with me. It's going to be a fun time. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you all tomorrow, late night, for Sixers Blazers at 10 o'clock. And then we will do post-game live at about like 1 o'clock in the morning again. Let's get it.